pretty much what I eat in a day. This is what I typically eat usually in a day. So what do I really eat in a day? That is a very good question. Well, it really all kind of depends on the food that I've consumed the night before, because the truth is some nights I just simply don't want to eat, or some nights I'm like, okay, I'm going to be on purposely filling myself up so I can skip breakfast. So what I like to start off with usually in the morning is some of the Izzy Scare. This is one of my favorite brands. It is, I've said before, one of the priciest brands, but that's actually not the first thing I do in the morning. First thing I do is I make sure I take my creatine, because yes, I have the intention sometimes of completely forgetting, oh, I need my creatine. After a while of using creatine, you do not necessarily have to use it every day, but I prefer to use it every day nonetheless. So creatine gets mixed with my soya because I love the taste of soya. And then really all kind of depends on what mood I'm in. I'll either whip up a nasty ass chicken, and when I do eat chicken, I intend to eat 2 chicken breasts a day. I like to have this with it as well. And if I'm like, I could go for a little bit extra, I'll eat an entire pot of this cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is one of the most affordable, high protein products, I think, at this moment. And it's really very convenient because it doesn't matter if you're on the go or whatever. As long as you've got some form of refrigeration in your car or metro, bus, bicycle, you're pretty much good to go. Just make sure you eat this within a certain amount of days, because this stuff doesn't last very long. May last a week or 2, 3 in the fridge. So it's either this in the morning, and this is almost every single morning. This is actually my last piece of chicken, so I'm actually currently out of chicken. So I have my chicken for breakfast, 2 pieces, right? 2 pieces every single day, which is a lot of chicken, but you know, if you need a certain type of intake on protein a day, you need to have that, right? With the cottage cheese. And sometimes I'm like, okay, no chicken, I'll just take a banana. The reason I have banana, fiber basically fills you up. And when I eat a banana for breakfast, for example, sometimes I'll have 1 banana and that's it. This 1 banana can fill me up for the upcoming 3 to 4 hours. Now, breakfast is arguably one of the, if not most important things whilst waking up as humans. A lot of people intend to skip breakfast. I sometimes skip breakfast on purpose as well, as I said, because I will fill myself up the night before on purpose, so I do not have to eat breakfast, because sometimes I don't do much during the morning. I wake up, my morning routine is at 7:30, 8 o'clock. First thing I do before I have my breakfast and enjoy my morning, I do the horses, let them out, do the chickens, then cook, and then it's around 8:30, 9:30. I get my day started with recordings and doing the dogs. So sometimes it's not an energetic day. I'll just eat a banana and I'll either mix it with a cottage cheese. Now, I am a Dutch person, so fuck the diet or whatever. It's a goddamn cultural thing. If you're Dutch by any means and you don't include cheese, a goddamn disgrace, man. Look, it doesn't matter if you're on a diet or not, or on a calorie deficit. Cheese is just one of my favorite things. This is without a doubt one of the things that gets eaten the most in the Netherlands with this stuff. Most people just buy the non-branded one and then they just mix fruit in it themselves. To each their own, but for a quick luxurious snack, these are really, really tasty. This is arguably my favorite one, the baked apple. You can honestly make this homemade, but it's the thought that counts. It's made for you, it's high quality, and it's very, very tasteful. So when my creatine is taken, my breakfast is taken, what do I intend to usually eat for lunch? 2 eggs. Either 2 eggs or, which is really funny, a cucumber. Reason why cucumbers, they just taste well. I don't give a shit about macros. You know, sometimes it's just a thought that counts. You know, you eat an entire cucumber, it doesn't do nothing. It's not like you're going to gain weight unless you eat maybe like 6 or 5 of these a day. Then it's a total different thing. But that's really what I intend to eat on a day. And now, yes, I do eat meat as well. I've said this before. My preference is sometimes, however, plant-based, because just the nutrients are just a little bit better. And the truth is as well, when I do eat meat, I prefer a burger. I don't really like meat itself on its own as a product. I think it smells disgusting. Tastes pretty nice. It's just not my favorite type of meat to eat personally. To each their own, obviously. You can have a dairy-free diet or anything, but this is what I typically eat in a day. And for a snack, for example, I'm not lying when I say I haven't got candy in my pantry. You can look in my entire pantry. I do not have a single piece of candy. I do, however, have something that is very interesting. I actually want to show you this. I found this a while ago when I was doing my shopping, and I was thinking here by myself, man, is there an actual possibility that I can buy cookies that have no sugar and are relatively low in calories? I found some. I forgot to completely say this as well, but this is what I like to add to my protein yogurt as well, just because it fills me up a little bit more, so I thought I'd tell you that. So this is interesting. So I walk down the aisle I'm over here thinking, man, is there any form of cookie with not so much fucking sugar in it? Because god damn it, man, cookies are a great treat. You know, once in a while you do crave like, gee, I want like a cookie or something. But then you're also thinking, man, just the sugar and the calories. This is actually not that great of an option compared to an Oreo. Yes, this contains no sugar. However, the downside is one cookie is 50 calories. Although considering an average cookie is about 100 calories, it's not bad. You eat 5 of these, it's 275 calories. You eat 100 grams, which is 10 cookies, well, 450 calories. So it's a better alternative. It's still at the end of the day not the healthiest, but to be honest, anything in a high moderate is not considered healthy and cannot be considered healthy. And another thing I've been using lately, and I have seen a increase in muscle growth. And believe it or not, sometimes sometimes you're just not very much in a mood to do cooking. To let you know, this is not a meal replacement. Unfortunately, do not get this wrong. Eating your meals is more important than getting this bullshit in, because at the end of the day, it's just a form of powder. This is not going to fill your stomach up. Yes, this is a great alternative in order to gain protein without having to cook or having to eat. Because some people, unfortunately, they do struggle with eating food. Not everyone can just shove a pizza down their throat. Some people really have struggles with eating food. So this is a very good alternative to getting your proteins in. But also, do not forget, this is not actual food at the end of the day. It is just a form of powder to get your protein intakes in. So I use this, and honestly, this is a very good brand so far. I've liked it for the price, $12.78, very affordable. Says 22 servings on the packaging. Bullshit, because I think it's probably around 25, 30, depending on how you use it and how many scoops. I use about 2 scoops a day. Put my water or milk or whatever. Water is fucking disgusting. God damn it. I do not recommend it at all. But hey, it's the best calorie wise. Really, really nice. So that's pretty much what I eat realistically in a day. I'm not going to sit in and bullshit all of you and say, oh, goddamn, I have this. No, this is literally what I eat typically in a day. I have my meat. I have my cottage cheese. I have my powder. Like I said, the first thing I do when I wake up, I get my creatine in. Give it a 10-15 minute break. Wash it down with water is also something very important. Water is one of the most important things as well. And yes, I have a Coke Zero once in a while as well. I just had a Coke Zero watching the Avatar movie. So far, phenomenal movie. I'm so surprised I haven't watched it earlier. And sometimes with my chicken, I like to just add a few of these bad boys in it. I don't buy peas. I'm not a very big fan of peas. I prefer, what are these things called? Carrots? Yeah, carrots. So this is what I eat typically in a day, realistically. So yeah, I'm not like these bodybuilders who eat 6-7 eggs in a day. I can't do that. I also stop eating when my body tells me, hey, buddy, enough is enough. I cannot simply keep eating until I puke. That's also not a healthy way of living, You don't have to go all fucking in and go crazy. Oh man, I gotta reach 230 grams of protein a day, stuffing yourself up. That is also not good, because I feel like that's going a bit too far. But to each their own. This definitely works. This works. And the variety in different type of food you can make with this is amazing. Like once in a while I have a tortilla with chicken. I put cottage cheese on it in replacement from cheese, because it's just better and it tastes better. You'd be surprised, but cottage cheese is very tasty on a tortilla or pretty much in anything. Just don't recommend putting it in your skyr, because that shit is disgusting. I've tried it once. Big mistake. I had to throw the entire tube away, and I thought, man, I ain't ever doing that again. So I hope you enjoy.